Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. We have some cruise news from the Cayman Islands, a brand new technology that I think a lot of people's gonna like, and some really bad news for some Princess Cruise Line passengers. One very popular destination for cruise ships is the Cayman Islands. Well, Cayman Islands have had what they call the level 1 of cruising come back with a lot of restrictions, a lot of capacity limits and things like that. Well, they've now voted to go into phase 2, and that lifts a lot of the restrictions as far as capacity is concerned for the cruise ships. They're going to allow more cruise ships into the ports, allow more passengers to come ashore. Now, one of the things that they've said is, yes, while there has been an uptick in the number of COVID cases, the hospitals and things like that really haven't gone anywhere, haven't gone up, haven't gone, so they feel comfortable with this decision to help get that tourism dollar and the tourism industry going. But they did stress one thing to the cruise lines, and that is to stress to passengers that when they're on shore, they have to follow the COVID guidelines of that country. And they say the biggest one is, wearing masks indoors for shopping and restaurants is one of the big things that they are seeing a lot of people who are visiting, not necessarily cruise ship passengers, but even people who fly in and stay at resorts. They're not putting on their masks. They're pretty much done with it, as a lot of people are. But those are the rules. And if you want to go there, you're going to have to stay there and follow those rules. And they say they are going to be starting to enforce fines and penalties for those people who are not following the rules of the guidelines. So that's good news in a way, because more people, more ships and everything, another destination we can go to. And who knows, that masking policy may disappear in weeks, or or sooner, who knows. So yeah, really good news there. Then we have a new technology coming. I want to get this right. It's Swank Motion Pictures has partnered with Digital Video Systems. Now that sounds like a lot of gobbledygook as far as everything, but what they do is they provide streaming services directly to the cruise ships. And as you know, right now, when you're on a cruise ship, your choices of entertainment as far as watching movies and TV and things like that can be very, very limited. Quite often, your choices are movies that have been out for years and years. So a lot of, and usually unless you go to the sports bar or it's up on the big screen on the deck, you can't watch a live baseball game or a live football game or any kind of sporting activities, the Olympics. Well, these systems will allow the cruise ships to get almost instantaneous updates and new up-to-date material. So anything that's gone live to streaming and things like that, they can bring to the cruise ships. Currently, the way it works is cruise ships, you would think that they would just download everything off. No, that's not how it works. They actually have to get hard drives delivered to the cruise ships to attach to their entertainment system, TV system, that you choose from. That's why it doesn't change as often as you think it should, to keep up to date. But now they'll be able to do an instantaneous just update off the web, off the internet, and have new movies, live streaming TV, and things like that, which I think will be really, really good, especially if they can separate it from the normal Wi-Fi you get on the ship, the normal internet, and have a designated area, and that way there's no interruption in service depending on how many people are watching and things like that. It's a really good system, and who knows how long it's going to take to integrate to all the different cruise lines and everything, but most cruise lines that I've read about have now signed up that they're very interested in this situation, because That's a big thing, right? If people, how many times you just go back to your room, you're a little tired during the day, it's your third sea day in a row, and you just want to relax in your room and put something on the TV, and the best you can do is, a 30-year-old Fantasy Island TV show on the television. I enjoy those. They're campy and I enjoy them, but it'd be nice to see some live programming and also up-to-date series and things like that. So I thought that was really good news. However, we do have a little bit of bad news for Princess Cruise Line passengers. Before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really keeps you up to date with all things cruising. Hey, we just found out lifting restrictions in Cayman Islands, a new technology coming to the cruise ships, and now you're going to find out, there's going to be some cancellations coming. And if you weren't subscribed to the channel, you might miss it and not know about it and be caught off guard. So that's the reason to hit the subscribe button. And the other reason is, it would really help the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it immensely. Okay, what's going on with Princess Cruise Lines? Well, one cruise ship was supposed to come online in June, and they decided they're not ready yet. The ship's not ready, the crew's not ready. They're going to take a little more time. It can also be that they're waiting for more places to open for this cruise ship to start. They already have Princess has numerous ships out there sailing right now. The Discovery Princess just came online. We have the Enchanted, the Sky, the Majestic, the Royal Island Princess is coming online in 2 weeks. Lots of ships are here, but the Sapphire Princess, unfortunately, has been delayed. It was supposed to set sail in June and now will not set sail until at least September. Now, what they're doing for passengers, of course, you can get your full refund because the cruises line has been the one who canceled the cruises. But if you choose to book any other sailing in 2022, you will get a $100 per person onboard credit for that sailing if you are in an inside cabin. If you're in a balcony, that would be $200 onboard credit. And if you're in a suite, it'd be $300 onboard credit. Again, those are per person, not per stateroom, but it only does take effect for the first 2 guests in the room. So if you're traveling with 2 children or you're 4 in the stateroom, and say it's a balcony stateroom, you would still get a total of $400, not $800. First 2 people only. So very sad news for anybody who was booked on the Sapphire Princess. I'm sure you can find another Princess cruise that come close to the same itinerary. But again, some people love particular ships. If anyone asks somebody, what's your favorite ship? Chances are you have one, right? Most people are pretty loyal to a cruise line and also a ship. I know some people who have been on some ships over 50 times. And so, you do grab that loyalty to one ship sometimes. So I feel disappointed for those on the Sapphire Princess. Well, that's it for today. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.